Hi there. This is in review of December the 23rd, and I was requested to view these as paintings, so of course I always do, and I ask you to as well, please. The laughter of country folk is uncomplicated. The laughter of city folk is full of dark nuance. The ambition of country folk is to grow their crops well, and the ambition of city folk is to overcome others. The joy of country folk is to participate in the season. The joy of city folk is to achieve sophistication. When you see urban people in the countryside, you can often hear them make fun of the simplicity of the country folk. After all, we have so many words to mock them with. Bumpkin, yokel, hick, hayseed, peanut, clodhopper, hillbilly, lout, loaf, cabbage head, simpleton, rube. If one stops to consider these symptoms, narcissistic, compulsive, stressed, ambitious, devious, shrewd, obsessive, money-hungry, or the nouveau rich. Those who follow the knowledge of nature, we celebrate country living over the difficult existence in the city. Well, we certainly cannot go back to exclusively an agrarian way of living. It is beneficial to consider the agrarian ideal. City living is a mental construct that breaks down as soon as we cease to make it real. Strive in the city if you must, but don't forget that there is little ultimate value in it. Don't forget your soul, and don't forget that the rustic setting is the best way to keep your soul. So that was the first half, and this is the second half of December the 23rd. God has many faces, but true divinity has no face. There's just so many gods in the world. The Buddhists, the Hindus, and other religions have theirs. The Islamic and Judeo-Christian schools may be monotheistic, but their sects differ vastly from one another. Those of us who follow the knowledge of nature assert that each of us sees the divine in our own way. Is there one God or is there many? There are those amongst us in the knowledge of nature that say that if there is a God, the gods are in every single one of us, and every single one of us is a god. Amongst those who follow the knowledge of nature say that if there are many gods, then every one of us is a god. In fact, you are a god. There is nothing in the sky, and no one lives your life but you. Whatever one believes in terms of deities is fine. It's all individual self-preference, and it ultimately means self-awareness. Or we hope it does. And there is something beyond the diversity of God, and that is something that is absolute. And that which is absolute is completely formless. Thus, this knowledge of nature is totally nameless and faceless. We actually cannot consider this knowledge of nature to be our God. That would be to give it form and to bring it back into the world where a myriad of things have given names. We say the knowledge of nature for convenience only, but in fact we are talking about a very deep mystery. As long as we live in the world of diversity, whether it is the pace of our professional frantic lives or the involvement with the gods of the world, we will not actually be with this knowledge. It is only when we leave the diversity of this existence and find the formless absolute that we reach this knowledge of nature. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye.